just because you've realized the true self, and you, meaning me, doesn't mean that it's habitual yet. I woke up feeling like absolute shit in my head, and I understand the thoughts are all scenarios of possible futures. They're not even fucking real, but they can really get in there. And it's funny because I can create lots of stories about how or why it's happening, like, you know, the universe is testing me, or, you know, it's not even you, it's you just watching Jodie, which actually feels quite nice because that's probably feels nice because it's the actual truth. Um, but you know, it gets really, you just still getting swept up in that, especially waking up. Like I've said in the past that, like, what is the past but not the devil's whisper in your ear every morning? And it's just because, like, all of this shit that we've learnt, like belief systems that things take time or things are hard, or, you know, all of these things gets whispered in your ear as you wake up, like that. Like, just, you remember everything you've learnt. And until you unlearn all of this shit through repetition and meditation and, you know, convincing and identifying, I suppose, these thoughts that are there and where they're coming from, because they're not real. And then, I guess, putting the tools into place to rid them, which is the self-inquiry that, you know, I do, which has got me this far. So yeah, because you can't educate your way to enlightenment. It has to come from within, because you could read all of the fucking books in the world, take all of the courses, and it's going to be you who does it. It's not going to be somebody who gives it to you. You can't buy it. You can't fucking download it on an ebook. It's just got to be real. And everybody's is different. I mean, I was talking to my cousin yesterday, and it's like everybody's like going around selling their story. And you're like, well, that worked for you, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work for somebody else. And so you, like, shouting it to the world as the way to go, you know, it might work for people, but it's not going to work for everybody. And so there is no one way. So when people are like, do this, do that, like, well, I see that that worked for you. That's great. I don't know why I'm rambling about this. It doesn't even fucking matter. Oh, I love it. And then I'm like, what's the fucking point of this video? What is the point? Yeah, weird, really weird. And like removing the belief in astrology and all of the things, I'm like, you know, it'd be really nice if somebody said, oh, it's retrograde or it's fucking whatever. And it's like, it doesn't matter what you want to label it. It's happening and occurring inside you. And these labels or reasons are literally, to me, just ways that you can allow yourself to be in this space without dealing with it. Because you're like, oh, it's just the planets are out of line, or the planets are in line, or fucking there's a rising sun. And that might upset a lot of people, but I don't really care, because it's a belief system. It's just like all the other ones. And if it works for you, that's great. You can have that. But I've got none. They're all gone. So it's just me and my thoughts trying to get behind it and get into the awareness of what is. That's nice. Okay.